Yo, I may cuss, but I don't curse. Let's get that situated first. Sagittarius, this is back with another reading for y'all, for us. Everybody's got Sagittarius in their chart somewhere, right? So, with that being said, let's get these cards read. Bars are nice. We know that already, but look, it's going to be a 4 card draw. I'm going to hold you a little long because I had to draw some advice out from Spirit with this one as well. So, let's get to it. You know what I'm picking up on now? I forget which name of the book of the Bible this is. So get in the comment section if you know, if you remember. But I know it's one of them where the guy had to like go to another place in the world to do his thing in order to become something there instead of becoming something in their hometown. And then when they came back to their hometown, if they ever came back to their hometown, I don't know. I know I heard a story like that before, and if not, I know I've definitely seen some movies that is like that. This is what I'm feeling is the reading for y'all, or the gist of it, the framework of this reading, Sagittarius. So, on one end of the spectrum, you are getting in the groove of being able to bounce around your community. Remember, now this is for people who have like been uprooted, like I said, uprooted from where they used to live. So this could be you used to live with family members, maybe your mom and your dad or whatever the case may be. But since then you decided to go out on your own, which most grown-ups do, right? If you can do so, and you start living somewhere else, different from where you grew up at. You know what I mean? Your parents may move to a different place and things of that nature, and then it kind of feels like you're like a refugee almost. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines, or a nomad, if you will. And despite all of that, though, you've been adapting to your community very well, especially lately. I feel like there's fluctuations that come with that. But lately, you've been instinctual when it comes to moving around your neighborhood in the type of way where you see more opportunity than you see more despair, right? So now you're kind of thinking of like, if I initiate this feeling more, then I can actually become powerful in this community. I can actually possess a sense of authority. Some of y'all have woken up to say, well, damn, you know what? I am a authoritative figure in this community. You just didn't see yourself as that way, you know? Other people may have seen you that way as well, like investors and stuff like that. However, they're waiting for you. And not that they're waiting really, but when you see yourself that way, that's when they'll come more alive and really pitch the investment to you, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll see more opportunities open up in your favor to make those types of investments now, or be able to receive. You know what I'm saying? And this will enable you to be very well paid. And I think you know what I'm talking about. Like if any of y'all been scheming on like a project or something that you want to build for yourself, it actually has something to do with the community as well. And if you're wondering if you're going to be paid handsomely for it, yes you are, yes you will, should you continue to go in that direction. And I feel like a lot of y'all are in the spirit right now to where you're only trying to take people with you who know how to harmonize when it comes to interacting. And I don't care what anybody says. It ain't about me. You, because this is a you card right now. You don't care about what anybody says about, there's going to be friction. You're going to do business with people that you don't like and this, that, and the third. You don't want to hear that shit. That's what it says out here. You're not trying to hear that shit. You looking at it like this. Like, look, people know right from wrong, or at least people know proper etiquette. People know that delivery and tone plays a large part in how they conduct themselves when interacting with other people. Therefore, if you use this type of tone or that type of tone or that type of language or that type of look, then I'm going to take it at surface value. I'm going to take it as it is. Pause. That's crazy, but it is what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to try to use any type of HR tactics to like derail it from what it truly is. No. You show me who you are once, I'm going to believe you. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. This relationship is not harmonious. Therefore, we will not and are not working together. Point blank, period. You get what I'm saying? I know you get what I'm saying. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. This ain't your reading. You could just cut off now. And it's cool. I ain't going to be tripping. You know what I mean? Because I be knowing. If it is your reading, you know it's your reading. But that's how you want it right now. You also feel like you can attract a soulmate by staying in this lane too. Like some of y'all are dating or looking to date. Let me rephrase that. Some of y'all are not some of y'all are open to affection is pretty much what I'm saying. Y'all are open to harmonious interaction. Therefore, if it feels like a soulmate, you won't shy away from it, is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? But all of that toxic, oh, I want to be this, I want to do that. They watch baddies and this, that, and the third. Nope. No, 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 and no. That's not the type of timing that you want right now. And rightfully so, because you're looking to expand. You can't expand with people who retract. And that's just, it is what it is, like I said. Now, what's expected to come from this ideology is that you're going to feel trapped. Like trapped in your community, because you now have formed this ideology of you can become a powerful, or you are a powerful and authoritative figure in your community. Therefore, you must stay, right? You can't just leave. You can just pick up and go and leave everybody, because then you'll leave what you started. So that puts you in a place of feeling trapped. It also puts you in a place of feeling restricted, because now you have to uphold some type of dignity, some type of identity, some type of persona that is, maybe politically correct, or someone that is an upstanding citizen of society. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines. Someone that has morals, or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, that ties your hand behind your back if you wanted to deal with something more ruthlessly, or deal with something more cutthroat, or deal with something that is more, even to open up and say, hey, look, I'm being bullied in this area. Because it happens sometimes. Sometimes you could start something and it could be business-like and everything. And then, you got other people in the community who will politically try to bully you. Or, the law might get involved and try to put their little twist on things and say, oh, you can't do this. And then you got to look up the law and you be like, damn, you really can't do this because of zone issues or some shit like that. And you're like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So you could feel victimized in certain situations as well, despite being an authoritative figure. People might clamp down on that in some type of way and come at it from another angle and be like, well, how could we stop this person, or at least slow them down? Oh, get them this paper. You know what I'm saying? Send them this fine in the mail, or whatever the case may be. Things of that nature. And situations where you might feel powerless. Like sometimes you can go through something in a county to where some lawyers might not want to take the case if you was done wrong, and that you got the upper hand, let's say, when it comes to the law, and you want to sue those people, whatever the case may be. Some people in your city might not take the case because they do business with them, or they do business with those people cohorts. I've been there. Trust me when I tell you, this is a real thing. You might have to get out of town lawyers to come into your town in order to get at those people. You understand what I'm saying? So it could be those types of things that you're expected to face by sticking it out. But you can withstand it. You can overcome it. But more importantly, more importantly this, if you truly want to expand in that community, you can do it. You can do it. But this is what I'm saying. If you truly want to do it, you understand what I'm saying? So just know that you can, even though you may feel bound. The next level of that is finding an escape way out of that. You will come through it. It's pretty much what I'm saying. Pause. Yeah. Now the advice for this is kind of like to use your mind to speak your way through it. What I mean by that is this. Let's say the opposition or the obstacles that you are facing, or whatever you feel bound and restricted by while doing this thing that you're doing in the community, or whatever the case may be. Reflect on your own life and reflect on other people's lives in society as well, and say, well, yeah, I'm in this predicament right now. I'm in this situation because I chose to do it. I'm still making good money, or whatever the case may be. I'm still successful. It's just I'm facing these types of obstacles. But I feel like it's okay and it's doable, because I know of so many unhappy families that are sticking it out for the sake of family, or for the sake of saying that they are family, and, family over everything, and this, that, and the third, and family first. And I can rain on their parades the same way that they're raining on mine. You understand what I'm saying? I can pick out and point out areas of their lives that are fucked, and they're just drilling away at this idea that they are doing the right thing because their family, when I know the home is broken. I know that one cheats on that one cheats on that one was in my inbox, if you want to be real, and this, that, and the third, and the children run away from home, they're high on drugs, one of them's a prostitute, yada, 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 yada. I mean, you can do this. You can do this, and not for nothing, you can also flip it on yourself. So like how Eminem did in the rap battle in 8th Mile, and he just started rapping about himself. He started clowning himself because he knew that's what his opponent was going to do anyway. So he just destroyed himself on stage, got everybody laughing at it, so now they laughing at him, but they laughing with him, and then he goes and destroys his opponent. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of way you can approach this as well, by laughing at your own situation. So like I said, this is for people who like are uprooted from their family situation, whether they left or whether they, parents went to a more affordable place or whatever the case may be. However it went, you know what I'm saying? You can use that as leverage to carry out what it is that you're doing. Like, yeah, I'm stuck in this situation, if you will, because I chose to stick with the people or do this for my people. But I tell you this, even though my style is unorthodox, I feel better in being exactly who I am, knowing that I had to leave my own home base, my own home place, because of X, Y, and Z, because of the same factors that those other families are experiencing, because of the same factors that my opponents want to come at me with. And I feel like this is more of an ideology thing than it is like some violence or some gang shit or some crime or something like that. This is more about ideology and classism, if you will. You know what I mean? And yeah, speak your way through it. Create a forum. Some of y'all already have forum platforms. You got voices and stuff like that. You're on social media or whatever, podcasting or whatever the case may be. Use those resources to get the word out about these things. And not for nothing, you could gain money from that as well, especially if you are consistent when doing so. And that will expand your community even further. With that being said, I hope that helps. Until next time, I'm out.